Hi everyone, this is Max, and let's wait for another 2 minutes. We'll have more audience coming. This is our first lesson, but definitely we have a lot of latecomers. So yeah, let's we will officially start at 8:03 from my time, you know, and yeah, let's wait for another 2 minutes. Feel free to say hi in the chat box to everyone. Yeah, hi. Yeah, because I'm muted just for now. So you can hear me, right? If you can hear, just type 1. Great. Great. Okay. Have 1 minute to start. Nice voice. Thank you. I saw someone asking about the script. We will have script for our recording, but right now we do not have the technology to do the, live transformation, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. All right. So hi everyone. I would like to firstly express my warmest and the biggest welcome to all of our campers here. So hi campers. It's really great to see all of you guys here on Thursday nights, my time. And this is Max. I'm the CMO of Blockchain Academy, and I'll also be the host for all the main course sessions. So hopefully we're going to accompany each other in the following few weeks. I hope you enjoy. And we also have a lot of guest speakers here. So firstly, I would like to intro our CEO of Blockchain Academy, Andy, who will also be the main speaker here. So yeah, please say hi to everyone.
Hey guys, great to have you this evening.
Yeah, great. And we also have our COO here, Zhenhang, and he is in charge of the tech side and product side. And we'll have a website ready and all of the DID and NFT stuff. He'll be in charge. And I know you raise a lot of questions about NFT participation, this kind of stuff. Later, we'll also have Zhenhang to introduce you, everything about this kind of things. Yeah, please say hi.
Hi, everyone. Nice to see you here. So yeah, I will give more details later. And here I will return back to Max to introduce our other members.
Yeah, apart from us, we also have our 2 TA teaching assistants. So feel free to contact Andrew and also Ariella. So yeah, please also say hi to everyone. They will also be the TA for the following sessions. So they will also keep you guys company in every Thursday night.
Hey guys, this is Andrew, and nice to have you all here. Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm Ariella. Hope you guys have fun tonight.
Yeah, so this is basically all the stuff we have for today. And let's go to the speak flow. So today there will be the first session of our main course. So firstly, we'll have Zhenhang to introduce you guys everything about our NFT and DID, these kind of tools. And yeah, later on, we'll also have Andy to go into today's main course about step into Web3 and blockchain. And right now I have a few things to mention before we start the real session. So firstly, just as you guys are currently doing, we have we are actually in a webinar session, so it's kind of different from the lectures you usually have in universities. But we have opened a live chat box for you guys, so feel free to chat in the live box chat. And in the right side of the handle, and you can see a Q&A box. If you have any questions along in the session, you can feel free to ask in the Q&A session box, and we'll have our TA to answer all your questions along the way. If you would like to ask a live question or have some instant interaction, or you would like to share any opinions along the talk, it is also okay. You just raise your hand and we will unmute you guys in the webinar. In the end of the session, we'll have a live Q&A. You can raise your hand and we'll unmute you so that you can talk with Andy and also other guest speakers in the following sessions. So I guess also, I would like to mention about attendance. So just we have mentioned in the community, you are strongly recommended to take at least 80% of the 5-man courses. And we will definitely record your participation. And we'll have after class quizzes also to test you guys. And you're definitely going to have an NFT to verify your efforts and you know, all the things you have done. So all right, let's get started. So first, let's welcome let's welcome Zhenghang to introduce you all about our current website, NFT, and DID stuff.
Okay, so thanks to Max and thanks for coming. So good evening, everyone. And I'm Zhenghang, CEO of the Blockchain Academy. And here I want to spend some time to talk with you about the identity system we provide on our platform. So like what you can get and how to meet the requirements and how to interact to use them and claim your rewards. So the same materials will also be provided in our community. So you may find them whenever you want. So as we mentioned in the community, all the learning tracks like attending the Zoom meetings, review the recordings and finishing all the exercises. So all of them can be recorded through the decentralized identity, and we short it as the DID. So after you take 80% of the attendance of our main courses and passing corresponding exercises, you will be able to claim an experience NFT as a special reward. So here, all the exercises, I guess maybe they will all be covered in the main course, and generally you will find no difficulty doing them out. But if you cannot, you will also very easy to Google them out and finish the exercises. So, and after all the lectures get finished, next click, please. Yeah, when all the lectures they get finished, we will also provide the qualification questions. So here the qualification, it may go beyond the lectures. You need to do some self-study to finish all them out. So here, since we are not trying to create much knowledge in the lecture, so I hope you can get more knowledge, useful knowledge with your graduate setting into the Web3. And in terms of the qualification, we will have 2 tracks, one for the tag and the other for the non-tag. So the behavior of the passing qualification will also be recorded onto the DID. And here, by passing the qualification, you will also be able to claim other kinds of the NFTs. And this may help you to prove your ability in the Web3 career, and it can be used as a great reference for our job finding model. And yeah, we will provide websites to help you to facilitate all the using cases, and the features will be launching very soon, and just these days around. So here I will guide you together to have an overview about our website. So from the welcome page, you will find our dev page, and after connecting the wallet, you may find the button on the top right, and you will find a button to claim your NFT. But here you need to fill out all the basic information, like your name, your email address, or some social media links, and our basic description. And by filling out all the information, we will keep it secret, and it will be highly related with your address, and it will be a soul bound NFT token. And yeah, after doing that, you will be able to face such a page to have all your information on a platform, and your learning tracks will be recorded with a corresponding address. Okay, it will be related with decentralized wallet. So the website will be live just this days around, and more information will be given in the community. So here we just have a quick overview. And on the same page, we will also have a course NFT, just like this page. So you may find which kinds of the courses you have attended, the qualifications, and the activities like the opening ceremony activity. So you may find all the NFTs related in their profile page. And for the BuidlCamp, we will have the special page here. You may find the entrance to claim your course NFT. So we will have a password NFT entrance for you to click. And just by clicking the button, you will open a window. So the next click. Yeah, so here, maybe some of you guys have already attended the opening ceremony, and you may already get token as a verification code, and just type your verification code in the window and to type the mint button, you will be able to claim your NFT. So we will have some other kinds of the NFTs. So you just need to type your code here and to claim your NFT. And by clicking the mint button, so the NFT will be automatically sent to your wallet. So there will be no gas cost from your side. We will do that ourselves. But it takes some time for the NFT to be delivered, since we are developer team will be doing that. So as soon as you give us our signal, okay? So yeah, that's all the thing from my side. And if you still have any questions, you can feel free to propose them on the community. And let's open our BuidlCamp journey together. Okay, so that's all from my side. And thanks for time.
Great. Thanks, Zhenhang. And yeah, a lot of our audience asking about where is website link. So the link is not released yet. Our website is not open for public visit right now, and we will finish all the development in 1 or 2 days. So hopefully in 15th of October, we're going to release it officially. And by then you can go to the website and edit your profile and to claim the NFTs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So right now, let's just go to today's main topic. So let's welcome Andy to do the first lesson of Blockchain Academy BuidlCamp. It's about stepping to Web3 and blockchain. So welcome.
All right, thanks so much, Max, and also thanks, Zhenhang, for introducing us the NFTs. So today I would like to walk you through Web3 and blockchain. So first thing I want you guys to do is a quick quiz before lesson. First question, what do you think of Bitcoin? Is it a scam, or is it something to invest, or a type of currency, or not anything, only a concept? So our TA, Andrew, will help us with a pool survey. So you guys can choose on that one. All right, so we'll have probably 1 minute for everyone to participate. Please do participate this because we'll have the same question after this class. So maybe the result will be different within 1 hour. All right, so 30 seconds left. All right, so 10 seconds left. If you haven't choosing the answers, choose it now. All right, Andrew, you can end the pool survey right now. And also Andrew will help us to mark down result. So everyone, you can also do a screenshot of the result and we can do a comparison later. So also I have another question for everyone. Please type in the chat box. So what is Web 3.0? Yeah, so please do type in the chat box and I'll see about your, let's say, I will see about your understanding. Or some interesting ones. No, the Web 3.0, not the ABCD. So you need to type some, different words. Let's say, is it something that you think is a promising future or some very interesting web technology? I see a lot of people mentioning Facebook, Meta, DAD, decentralized web, right? Decentralized is a very interesting word. And from mobile to 5G, all right? Also, we got an interactive web with different structure, new structure of metaphysics. Oh, very cool. All right, very cool answers. Yeah, thanks a lot for your participation. So make sure, make sure you remember your answer right now. We'll also have the same question when we end this session. All right, right now let us go in today's session. So first thing I want to talk about is the catalog. So we'll go through 4 topics. The first one, Web 1, 2, 3. The topic 2 is Bitcoin. Topic 3, the prosperity of blockchains. And topic 4, what is the future? So topic 1, we will start with internet. So one thing I definitely want all of you to think about is what is a web, right? So we always talk about Web 3, Web 2, Web 1. What is a web? The web is the internet, and the internet is a vast network that connects computers all over the world. So this is internet, right? So this is like a globe connecting different computers. Using different lines. So also you can check out this graph. So the internet connects all the computers, also all the mobile phones. It's like a big web. So that is why we call it a web. Here is a, very, very general understanding of Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3. A lot of you said about read, write, own, but what does read, write, own means? This is the thing that we'll go through today. So let's go through Web 1 firstly. So Web 1 is like this. So there are, firstly, there are a few people use it. Only a few users. And secondly, Web 1 is a read-only web. So at Web 1 phase, internet is more like a dashboard, and users mostly read information. So here is a example. So we have a BUBL website, www server, and we got different links, right? So you can only check information on it. And we got this one, American Online, and also this one, Yahoo. So everyone knows Yahoo, right? It's very famous right now. But at Web 1 stage, it's just like this, very simple and really ugly. Also, we have Netscape. So Netscape was one of the most successful projects at that time, but right now it actually disappeared, right? So this is also a very historical website. And also I prepared a very interesting video for everyone to go through what is internet back in 1994. So let's go through this one.
Translate them, as those two have little T's. Oh, that little mark with the A and then the ring around it. At. See, that's what I said. Kay said she thought it was about. Yeah. Oh. But I'd never heard it. I've never heard it said. I'd always seen the mark, but never heard it said. And then it sounded stupid when I said it. Violence at NBC. Yeah, I heard you around or about the lunch you're missing. There it is. Violence at NBC GE.com. Well, Allison should know. What is internet anyway? Internet is the massive computer network, the one that's becoming really big now. What do you mean? How does one? What do you write to it like mail? No, a lot of people use it and communicate. I guess they can communicate with NBC writers and producers. Allison, can you explain what internet is? No, she can't say anything in 10 seconds or less. Oh, Allison will be in the studio shortly. What is it?
It's a giant computer network made up of started from.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell us what this was.
It's like a computer billboard. It's not. It's a computer billboard, but it's nationwide. It's several universities and everything all joined together.
Right. And others can access it.
Right. And it's getting bigger and bigger all the time.
It came in really handy during the quake. A lot of people, that's how they were communicating out to tell family and loved ones.
All right, so this is the understanding of internet back in 1994. You can see people don't actually have a very clear understanding of internet. A lot of them are guessing, and they didn't notice that this would change their lives forever. So let's also think about the pros and cons of the internet. So let's say if you are a dog, right? The two dogs are chatting. On the internet, nobody knows you're a dog, right? Nobody knows you're a human, you're a robot. So the internet is anonymous. Is the internet another world? Is it virtual? So these are the thinkings that people have in mind at that time. But Web1 sites are static, so there is no reason for a visitor to return to the site later because they can only check information. And also, Web1 sites are not interactive. So users, they can only, visit these sites, but they cannot impact or contribute to the sites at all. So that are the problems of Web1. But internet is amazing technology. So people are figuring out, let's say, what's the next? Here, a very, very famous company come out. Their name is Amazon. So Amazon was created by Jeff Bezos when he was 30 years old. So the story goes like this. When Jeff Bezos was just 30 years old, he was actually a top hedge fund manager at Wall Street. So he had a very good strategy, a good team, and also very, very stable and profitable income. But actually, he saw the promise in the future of internet. And he wanted to build a bookstore online. Bezos' boss agreed that this idea had potential, but he still wanted Bezos to stay in his team. So what Bezos did was he quit his job in 1994 at the time of Web 1.0 and moved to Seattle to open a virtual bookstore. So he firstly working in his garage, and then finally he had a website he called Amazon. So here is a very, common picture for a bookstore, right? There are different bookshelves, different kinds of books for sale. And now comes the second question. So what kind of books did Jeff Bezos sell when he started Amazon? So option A is bestsellers in bookstores. Option B, common books in bookstores. Option C, books that no one would buy. So everyone, please participate in the survey poll. So our TA have already set it up. So please do choose your answer. So Andrew, we'll also give all the participants 1 minute, maybe 45 seconds. Yeah. I think a lot of people would choose bestsellers, right, in bookstores. So let's check the chat box. The video sounds is not clear. Yeah, we'll see, because the video is back in 1994, so the sound is not clear. It's very normal. It's a Web 1 video, right? All right, let's end the poll. So let me check what is the result. All right, so 57% choose C, 29% choose A, and 40% choose B. Very cool. So let's keep it going. Very interesting. So actually, the right answer is C. You're right. So the books that no one would buy. So one thing that Bezos found out is that the books that no one would buy in the bookstores, when he tried to sell them in his online bookshop, Amazon, a lot of people are willing to buy it. So that is where he started his business. And here comes the next question. So here is a initial interface of Amazon. You see, it's very blurry, right? Because I don't want you to see the details. All right. What I'm asking is, what is the difference between Amazon's website to a Web 1.0 website? So let's say, what makes Amazon Web 2.0? Please type your answer in the chat box. Okay. E-commerce interactive. Okay, you can interact with the website. Cool. Oh, interactive. Update. User-friendly. Yeah, user-friendly is one important thing. Log in. Cool. So people can pay online. Yeah. So people will visit again. Also, it's a one-stop service. Someone said it's B2C. Oh, someone also said there are user identities. Yeah, that are very cool answers. APIs, O2O. All right, very interesting. So actually, a lot of people are thinking the answer may be user identity, maybe a good interface, a good UI. But actually, the most important thing is the answer for interaction, right? So user ratings. I mean, Amazon's website, user can rate the books. So when users rate the books, they actually create their own contents, their own ideas and opinions. And initially, I mean, there are only a few ratings, but when the ratings come more, it being a good cycle. So more and more people coming to the website to check others' rating. So it's not only a website for, let's say, buying books, but also a website people check about whether the book is good or not. So this is where user can engage and participate. That is why we call Amazon Web 2.0. So Web 2.0 is also known as the participatory and social networking web. In Web 2.0, internet is a portal, and also users can read and write. So here is a very, very basic picture about Web 2 and Web 1. So Web 2, you see, I mean, there's a lot of user-generated content, and also, I mean, definitely the service, I mean, the server feedbacks their published content to the users. So the difference between Web 2 and Web 1 is very, very obvious. So Web 2 back in 2006 got 1 billion plus global users. This is a huge amount compared to Web 1. So here you see a typical website of Web 1, right? You got Google, Apple, and also Yahoo. And also on the right side, you see Facebook. So definitely the UI is better because, I mean, the internet technology is better. But also here you see it's a handsome boy creating his own profile. So with his own profile, he started to chat with different people. So that is the place where Web 2 happens. You interact and also you socialize. So Web 2.0 is a prosperous ecosystem. You see a lot of different websites here, right? So we see famous ones like YouTube, like LinkedIn, like Wikipedia, Twitter. I mean, this is actually the original logo of Twitter, but yeah, it's very early stage. At that time, there was so many of these, and the majority of these, you cannot see them today because they disappear. But there are some that they keep growing and become giants. So what are problems for Web 2.0? Let's say this, you search dogs in Google and YouTube starts to recommend some dog-related video to you. Or even you talk with your friends about dogs with your phone on hand, and then YouTube starts to recommend dog-related video to you. So how many of you experienced this before? So for this, please also fill in the poll survey. Yeah, how many of you have already experienced this? This is quite annoying, right? Yeah, I think the answer for this should be quick because the only two options, right? All right, so we'll have a 30 minutes. No, not 30 minutes, 30 seconds poll survey. Let me check. Yeah, the later is literally spying, right? Machine learning. Yeah, machine learning thing. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Free service is not free. So one of the most famous company Google, right? So you type a lot of things on Google. So it seems free, you got great access to everything. But actually, what they need is your data. So they have your own personal identity. All right, so what is the result for our poll? Oh, it's yes. All right, so 90% got yes and 9% got no. I see. Very interesting. So actually, I mean, for my experience, there's a lot of time, right? So I'm a basketball fan, so I usually talk with basketball with my friends. That's common because I watch a lot of basketball videos on YouTube. But when I talk about others, like when I talk about dogs with my friends, then YouTube starts to recommend dog videos to me. This is just crazy. So actually, the platform knows everything about you, and the data is stored centralized, and you have zero privacy. So in Web 2.0, we only have usage rights or our own data. So remember, it's our own data, not others. And also the platform knows everything. And your data was leaked without permission. So people start to think, is there a technical way to avoid the centralization risk? And we can truly be the owner for our own money and also our own data? So this is where Web3 comes. So Web3, the most important word is decentralization. So you can see in this graph, Web1 read-only, Web2 participatory, and also Web3 decentralized. Users have 100% ownership of their own information and data. So here's a very obvious comparison between Web2 and Web3. So Web2, every client, when they want to access their data, they have to connect with the server. But in Web3, they only need to communicate with other clients. They do not need to connect with a centralized server. Talking about Web3, the most important thing to start with is Bitcoin. So here comes our second topic. Talking about Bitcoin, we have to start with the financial crisis in 2008. So at 2008, we had a financial tsunami. Also, it caused a great recession. About above 9% of unemployment rate is still in 2010. And also 144.5 billion is moved on money market. How it happened? Firstly, the loan risk transfer, and then credit default swaps, capital chain defaults, and actually the system bears more debt. So actually, the subprime mortgage crisis also quickly spread to the world, triggering the global tsunami. So I mean, what I mean is not a tsunami for real, it's a financial tsunami, but actually the damage is even larger than a tsunami, right? So there are two things I want to ask you first, because it's a bit related to finance, but I believe definitely a lot of you have that background. So one thing is, what did the Federal Reserve do during 2008? First choice, purchase mortgage-backed securities. Second choice, purchase the debt of housing-related US government agencies. Third choice, open new emergency liquidity facilities. And the fourth choice is reduce interest rate. So everyone please answer in the survey poll. Our TA, Andrew, will post the poll soon. You can also think about it because, I mean, it's a bit challenging because I don't have these knowledges. I don't teach you these in my class, but probably you'll learn it from somewhere or from the news. Oh, there is one guy saying that I suddenly understand the importance of decentralization. That's very good. That means that I mean, the discourse definitely is meaningful for you. Yeah. If the product seems free and you can use it in whatever way you like, then you are the product. You're right. Yeah. Sold your data. Yeah. So a lot of centralized platforms sold your data. I mean, they're crazy. And I mean, there are even some machine learning ways that they steal your voice, right? So your voice is recorded with your phone, and they use machine learning to learn your patterns, and they know all about you. Even when you wake up, what you want to talk with people, they know about that pattern. So it's crazy. All right, I think it should be good. So Andrew, we can stop the poll, and let's see the result. Oh, that's pretty cool. So we have 40% choose A, 53% choose B, 43 choose C, and 50 choose D. Seems is very balanced, right? So actually the answer is A, B, C, D. Yeah, sorry to fool you. But the thing is that what I wanted to pose this question is that the Fed did everything they can, and they did a lot of things, right? And the next question is, during the 2008 financial crisis, are you affected as a common person? What happened to your money? So let's say when the Fed increase or decrease the interest rate, when they open more liquidity facilities, does they change to the Hong Kong dollar or US dollar or RMB? So everyone please type your answer in the chat box. Inflation, okay. Money drop in value, inflated. Oh, yeah, we lost our savings, but not all of them, right? Yeah, we still got some left. Unemployment, yes. Oh, my parents lost jobs and my school dramatically changed. Yeah, that's sort of sad. Nothing actually. Okay. Losing jobs. Yeah, money is cheaper or money is more expensive. So one thing you can definitely also see is that the value of, let's say, US dollar or Hong Kong dollar, sometimes it fluctuates, right? Sometimes it's inflated, or I mean the value is decreased. So why is that? Because not only the financial crisis, but more importantly, the reaction from Fed had deeply affected the value of your money. So that the money you hold, the money you worked to earn, is not your money. So that is why here comes the legend of Satoshi. So Satoshi is the guy who invented Bitcoin. We can see his statue here without his real face. So actually, till now, we don't know who Satoshi is. There are 4 different guesses, right? We have Dorian, Craig, Half, and Nick, but no one knows who exactly is Satoshi. So what Satoshi did was creating a cryptocurrency. It has no intrinsic value, has no physical form, and its supply is not determined by a central bank. So it is your money. It's not decided by the federal government. So on 18th of August 2008, Satoshi registered the domain name bitcoin.org and created a website at the address. And on October 31st, he published a white paper on the cryptography mailing list and described a currency called Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electric cash system. So here is the original website. And also we see the original email here. So Bitcoin P2P eCash paper. Here is an overview of the white paper. I really recommend you guys to read about it. Actually, it's quite simple and easy to read, but I mean, it's still a historical piece. So Satoshi created electric cash system. It's a peer-to-peer system. So what is the peer-to-peer system? So here at the left side, you can see everyone, their communication is with the bank. So the bank actually store all the information of their money, right? So the bank knows that each of them have how much, and when they want to transfer or they want to take out their money, they have to go to the bank. But with a peer-to-peer cash system, those people only need to communicate with other people. They do not have a centralized server or centralized bank to record all the information. So let's say this. Previously, if Bob sent $10 to Alice, the bank will store the information in a centralized system. Now, if Bob sent 10 Bitcoins to Alice, where will the information be stored? Option A, in Bob's computer. Option B, in Alice's computer. Option C, in everyone's computer. And D, in a centralized cloud storage. All right, so we also have a, pool survey for this. Everyone, please choose the answer. Let me check the chat box. There's no more bullish on Bitcoin than him. Okay. How did he anonymously register the domain name? You can check it yourself. It's a quite interesting story. Yeah. The business didn't do well that year. You mean Bitcoin? Yep. So Bitcoin is a very successful project that, Satoshi, he did send a few emails. That's the thing that he did. And then Bitcoin right now is so popular, right? Yeah. Also for a previous question, what did the federal government did? It makes us disappointed with the financial market. Yeah, it is. Bob's so rich. Yeah, it's some question back in 2008, not now, right? So now if Bob had 10 Bitcoin, he is rich. Yeah. All right, so let's end the poll and see what are results. Cool. So probably everyone had the right answer. So it's C, in everyone's computer. So why is it that? Because so it's ABC, right? So because C also contains A and B. Yeah. So because Bitcoin, they use a decentralized storage. So the information is storage in everyone's computer, and the Fed or the bank cannot control it because it's not centralized storage. So the second question is a bit different. Still, Bob sent $10 to Alice. The bank will store the information in a centralized system. But now if Bob sent 10 Bitcoins to Alice, who will store the information? So who will store the information means that previously the bank stored information, right? But now who stored that information? Because Bitcoin is a totally decentralized storage. Is it Bob or Alice or a validator or a miner? This is a very, very simple question. You guys can answer it very shortly. Please also participate in the pool survey. How could everyone's computer store so many other people's data? Does it require? Yeah, you're right. So if you wanted to store a lot of data, it definitely requires. So right now there are some technology, decentralized storage, to actually move different piece of data into different people's computer to make everyone have less data to store. So that even an iPhone can store some data, right? So someone answered it as everyone, right? So if you think everyone is the answer for this, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. E, all of above. Cool. E, all of above. Yeah, all of us can be a good answer. Yeah, but it's not all above, all right? So let us see the result of the pool. Andrew? Okay, cool. So the majority choose validator, but a lot of people also choosing Bob and Alice, right? So the thing is that the right answer is C and D. So if Bob and Alice is also validator, then they're also the right choice. So a validator is equal to miner. They are the same thing in Bitcoin's network. So they take down transaction records on the ledgers. So here we have a lot of different things, right? So first validator, what is it? What is miner? What is mining? And also what are the ledgers? So let's go through them one by one. So first, let's talk about validators. So here we got actually a workflow for the validator. So in the Bitcoin network, users trying to solve mathematical puzzles are called as miners, so also as validators. So why they solve the puzzles? Because when they solve the puzzles, they can validate or take down the transaction nodes. So let's say this, if I and Zhenheng and also Andrew, we both wanted to take down nodes for the ledger, who wins, or let's say who is chosen to take down nodes? So what we need to do is that we need to solve a mathematical problems first. Once the validators solve the puzzle, they're eligible to take down the nodes. So if, let's say, I solve the puzzle, and I will be the be the person to take down nodes on the ledger. This is called POW. So POW, proof of work. So here's a sample mathematical question. The thing I want to show you is that it has a lot of, different numbers. So it's very hard to solve. So one thing I also want to talk about is so let's say, why should I be a validator? Why should I be a miner? So because as a miner, I get profits from two parts. The first thing is transaction fee. So if Bob wants to send Alice 10 Bitcoins, he needs to pay validators a little. So maybe 0.1 or 0.01 Bitcoins. And also, we got mining rewards. This is designed by Bitcoin's white paper. So also give credit to Satoshi. His design is amazing. And with his design, this is why Bitcoin has such a high value today. So here is a guide through when, let's say, Bob at the left side send a Bitcoin to Alice on the right side. So Bob, firstly, he signed a transaction using his private key. So this concept we'll be talking about later. And then there'll be validators that they validate the transaction. And then the transaction is noted into a ledger, which we call the block. And then the Bitcoin is transferred. So here comes the blockchain. So what is a blockchain? The block is a ledger, and the chain connects the ledgers. So here's how it works. So on the blockchain, there are different blocks, block 1, block 2, block 3. In each blocks, it contains all the transaction records. And the chains are the ones that connects all the ledgers, or let's say all the blocks. So one thing is also very interesting. So let's say this, I'm a very bad guy. I and Zhenheng and Andrew, we want to do some very bad things. So we tend to be the validators, and we mark down the wrong nodes. All right, so we mark down the wrong nodes, and we produce some bad blocks. If we do something like this, how the Bitcoin network, let's say, prevent these things? So Bitcoin has a longest chain principle. So longer chain wins, which means that Bitcoin, they believe that more people is willing to support or protect the Bitcoin network than those who wanted to do bad things. All right, so now is the quiz time. We have been going through a lot of these, concepts, and we have two quiz for you guys. The first thing, what does work refer to in proof of work? Is it doing laundry? Is it writing a piece of notes? Is it go to the bank, or is it calculate a math problem? All right, so Andrew will help us to do a pool survey, and everyone please participate. All right, let's check over the chat box. If the consensus mechanism is POS, it wouldn't be minor. Yeah, you're right. For POS, we'll talk about later. So today is just a class to begin, and also definitely want to inspire you guys. So if you want deeper concepts, make sure that you listen to the next class. The next class will go through some very, very interesting things. Yeah. All right, so let's end the poll. Let's see the results. So we got everyone choosing D, which is good. So calculate a math problem. It's not doing laundry, right? It's not writing a piece of note. So what does work refer to in proof of work? Let me repeat this. So proof of work is the thing that you compete to be a validator. So let's say this. I and Zhenheng and Andrew, we both want to validate something. We both want to take down the notes. Before that, we need to compete. Let's say to compete as to choose one person to take down that note. Right? So first, we need to solve a very hard mathematical problem, and then we take down the notes for the transaction. So the answer is D. And this next question is how Bitcoin prevents bad guys from taking down transaction records wrongly. A, by adding them into blacklist. B, by sending them into prison. C, by following the principle of the longest chain. And D, by uniting the good guys to fight the bad guys. So choose your answer, please. All right. So let's see. How many miners can a blockchain have? Just one? No. Actually, so Bitcoin has one of its characteristics is called permissionless. So anytime you want to be a miner, you can join. So Bitcoin can have, let's say, ultimate miners, but I mean, definitely there can be a limit. I don't know, but in theory, it's limitless. All right, let's see the result. Oh, very cool. So everyone choose the right answer. So the people choosing adding them into blacklist or sending them into prison, or I mean, uniting the good guys to fight for the bad guys. I mean, yeah, I mean, Andrew probably be very sad because if Andrew is let's say is the bad guys, then you guys will add him into the blacklist, right? So yeah, don't choose that one. So the right answer is following the principle of the longest chain. That is also called Nakamoto consensus. All right, so after this quiz, let's also go through the concept of private keys and public keys. So first thing is that Bitcoin has no concept of users, only addresses. So also we still take Bob and Alice as examples. So Bob, he want to transfer Alice some money. So first, let's say, or he want to transfer Alice some message. First, he need to encrypt his message using his private key, and also send that message to Alice's public key. So Bob can see Alice's public key, and also Alice can see Bob's public key, but they both cannot see each other's private key. So this is the characteristic of anonymous, and also this is why Bitcoin is very safe, because this is your key. It is your money. Only you can control that part of thing. And the government don't know about the key. Also, we can see from these two pictures, on the left side is centralized, right? So, I mean, everyone have to be connected with the banks. So there are even, let's say the different arms of the bank, and this is the central bank. And on the right side, everyone is connected with each other. So that is the blockchain. And here, also answering, there's a guy asking the question, if Bitcoin can only have one miner, that's false, right? So Bitcoin can have a lot of miners. Everyone can join, but they have to compete, right? They have to calculate the math problem first, and then, they will be able to take down the nodes on the blockchain, or let's say produce the blocks. So blockchain is permissionless. Also, blockchain is trustless. So let's imagine this. I and Andrew, we have never met before, but we can still transfer money within the blockchain, because blockchain is a set of protocols that everyone trusts it. So we don't need to know each other. So this is what we call trustless. So Bitcoin was an electric cash system. So a cash system needs adoption, right? So Bitcoin was actually traded as a currency the first time on May 22, 2010. So that one was the famous Bitcoin Pizza Day. So at that time, there was a guy called Listolo. He created a post called Bitcoin Pizza. He posted the following message. So he said, I will pay 10,000 Bitcoins for a couple pieces, maybe 2 large ones, and I'll have some leftover for the next day. And finally, it did success, right? So he did exchange 10,000 Bitcoins for pieces. And this is the picture. This is very historical. It's the first time Bitcoin is used as a currency. And people mark down that day as Bitcoin Pizza Day. So from Bitcoin, a lot of different blockchains were, let's say, invented or created. So firstly, let's take a look at Bitcoin's price from 2010, $0.09 to, the hype, 68,000, and then right now, this year in May, 28,000. Although this year is a bear market, but still Bitcoin has such a high value. And just don't forget that behind Bitcoin, there's no assets. So it's not a currency that is backed by real assets. It's just a decentralized currency. So this is what we call is a decentralized gold because people trust it. And here we listed a lot of different ecosystems. They're all blockchains, right? So we got Ethereum, we got Polkadot, Waves, Tron, and also we got Cardano. So these are all the different blockchains invented after Satoshi invented Bitcoin. All right, so after all of these concepts, is Bitcoin the future? What is Web 3.0? It's still in our mind. So remember, this lesson is only for inspiring you guys. The real Web3 concept is in your mind. It's not by me, not by professors, not by authorities. It is in everyone's mind. Everyone can define their own Web3, and everyone can define their own Bitcoin. So let us ask you again, what is your thought on Bitcoin? Is it a scam? Is it something to invest? Is it a type of currency? Or it's not anything, only a concept? So let's do a poll again and see the results. Okay, cool. All right, I think should be an interesting question for people to answer. So let's see the result. Okay, so it's still C, right? So 54% choose C, a type of currency, and 23% choose D, not anything, only concept. All right. So can we check back the original question we asked before the lesson? Andrew, could you send the screenshot into the chat box?
Sure, I will send it before the lesson ends. Yeah, probably in maybe 1 or 2 minutes.
Cool. All right. So also, second question is, what does decentralization mean to you? So is it means nothing or means a lot to you because data privacy is very important? You don't want people, or let's say the companies, to leak your data. And or C, I don't care whether decentralization or centralization, these are not the things that really matter to me. Yeah. So for me, decentralization actually, I mean, matters because data is definitely part of your life, right? I mean, the data is you, and it should not be, let's say, overused by other people or other platforms. Yeah. But I mean, it definitely depends on everyone's view whether it does matters or not. So let's end the poll and see the results. Oh, it means a lot to you because data privacy is very important. All right, so it's a good poll. 84% people start to notice about decentralization. It's good. And what's your imagination of Web3? So this is an open-ended question. You can answer me in the chat box, or you can take it to think about it when you, let's say, at home, when you're out for a walk or something. So what's your imagination? Is Web3, let's say, a set of metaverse people living there, or is it, I mean, we got a lot of robots be the servants of human, or the robots rule the world, or is it a set of decentralized network like Bitcoin and Ethereum? So there are a lot of thoughts, and actually there is no right answer. So Web 3.0 is amazing, and it's also inspiring because in this industry, no one knows the direction. So people are building, and people wanna to move towards the future, but no one knows, right? So every people, they have hope because they have their own way, they have their own belief, and they're building towards it. Yeah. So I really, really want every one of you to also be like this, have your own imagination and definition of Web 3.0, and also build towards your own goal. All right. So thanks everyone for today, and thanks so much for having me tonight and enjoying the. I mean, I don't really enjoy this lecture, but hope you enjoy it and do think more on Web3. All right. So now I'll give the time to Max.
Yeah, thank you, Andy, and thanks all our campers joining here in this Thursday night for my time. And yeah, we'll have a weekly main course session every Thursday night. And I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you have learned something from the first session about stepping into Web3 and blockchain technology. And later on, I would like to say we will have a lot of community activities. We would have our NFT and DID website launched very soon in 1 or 2 days. And also I saw someone, regarding the level of the training of the courses. I would say, so today is the first lesson, and later we'll definitely going to touch more deep topics and more, more stuff we would like to talk about. And we'll have a lot of side courses to give you real deep training in, for example, Solidity, Move, Rust programming, this kind of stuff. And do remember to check our mentor program and hackathon program and job fair. So join at least one of the community to keep yourself in tune. And yeah, see you next Thursday. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. See you next Thursday.
By the way, if you guys have any questions, you can also feel free to ask.
Yeah, you can raise your hand and leave for a while to ask your questions. We will pick you randomly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as for the quiz, we'll launch it on our website, and website will be launched within a week. So yeah, just look forward to that. The quiz will be quite easy. Just finish the quiz, and you'll be certified. You'll be verified for the NFT. Attendance will be taken starting from this week. For this week, we will use our own hand and to take the attendance. But from next week, just remember to take the course and finish the after quizzes so that we can use NFT and DID to do that. What is Blockchain Academy? A good question, Andy, you should ask.
Yeah. So Blockchain Academy is a Web3 education platform. So we have all the Web3 related education stuff on there. So there will be also a very wide community. You can chat with your friends there to chat on Web3 or anything. And also we'll try to push it into Web3 industries to help you build your own stuff or starting a Web2 career. So that is Blockchain Academy. The website is going to launch very soon at 15th.
Great. And also, Andrew, do you have any shortlisted questions you would like to hand it to Andy to solve?
Not really, but oh yeah. So I think that there's no one raised their hand. So if you have any question, you can raise your hand and directly ask Andy, or just send it in the chat box, and we'll check it before we end the meeting.
Great.
Oh, there is one question. If the coins on blockchain is decentralized, why government can still freeze some investor? So not all the coins is decentralized. So there are some coins like USDT and USDC, they are actually governed. So for USDT or USDC, there is a blacklist function. So the decentralized authority can still blacklist. Yeah, so that is the thing why you see these situations. But for Bitcoin, there is no such design. So it's fully decentralized. And I mean, the government cannot, let's say, freeze one's money. Also, there is one question, by the way, if one person is smart enough, she can do the proof of work to change the info in blockchain. Actually, he can, but right now for human is a very hard mathematical question to solve. So we usually use computer to solve it. And also, when you solve it, you have the right to, let's say, take down the nodes on ledgers, which we'll call produce blocks. That is what a miner does. So then you can choose to produce the right blocks or the wrong blocks. If you choose to produce the wrong blocks, the blockchain prevents that from the longest chain principles. Would you like to give us some comment on Ethereum transition to POS? Thank you. All right, so POS is a quite interesting topic. Actually, we'll have that covered in the next lesson. So POS is, I mean, I cannot say which one is better, POS or POW, but I mean, a lot of people are saying that Ethereum's transition to POS makes the networks faster. It's definitely not. It's just a way to, let's say, select people to validate a network. So it's just a different ways. And I'm thinking of one of the future is that people are stopping to calculate a mathematical problem. They start to do something more meaningful. One of the interesting approach is one called proof of history. I like that approach, but I mean, there are some problems within that. You can definitely take a look in this. And also, I mean, there are different people trying to use, let's say, the storage of data as a proof of work. That's also doable. So this is one area that people are working on. So proof of POS, there's also POL, proof of liquidity, POW, POH. Yeah, a lot of them. Why selects the longest chain? Yeah, so because Bitcoin, the networks by design, it believes that there are more people protecting value of Bitcoin rather than destroying it. Because if you're a miner, remember that when you do validating or when you do taking notes on the ledger, you do get Bitcoin rewards, right? So you do get transaction fees and also miner rewards. So if you're a miner, you receive miner rewards, you definitely want the reward to be as high value as you can. So the better Bitcoin is, the higher value you will earn. So that's something that, I mean, that you should definitely protect. So that is what the Bitcoin network believes. They believe that there are more good guys than the bad guys. Also, we got how can decentralized currency win people's trust? Yeah, how can decentralized currency win people's trust is an interesting thing. So, so let's say this. Let's say me, Andy. All right. So I create another Bitcoin today. I call it Gitcoin. All right. Can it explode like Bitcoin? I don't think so. So one interesting is that Bitcoin's founder did the right thing at the right time. And yeah, I mean, maybe the Fed really did too much stuff, right? They really did affect people's money. And a lot of common people were affected during those financial tsunamis. Yeah. So that is why people started to trust Bitcoin. But also there are people only wanted to, I mean, flip the tokens. They are only there for trading Bitcoin, looking at the K lines, and they definitely want to earn the money. So there are, I mean, two different set of people. One is, I mean, Bitcoin's believer, and one is in the market for the money, right? So I mean, actually, I don't know how it won people's trust, but I believe it's because it's in the right sense of mood, and people have that need for real money. Would you like to share your view about Conflux? Yeah, I mean, actually, I have a lot of view on this, but we can definitely chat with later. We'll have a more, I mean, detailed sessions about different blockchains. We can even chat on, chains like Avalanche, which I really like. Also, chains like Aptos and Sui. I mean, a lot of these ones. We can even chat on different protocols, right?
Right. Since we do not have any further questions, I guess we can officially end the session right now. So thank you all again for attending the session, and just let's meet next week.
Great. See you all. See you next week.
Bye.